Hey guys. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to show you how I want you to start this in the Google Draw, how to find Google Draw, and how I want you to do your avatar, because you're going to make your own avatar in Google Drawing. So let me show you how to find that. First, you have to find your drive. Now, if you don't know how to find your drive, the easiest way to do that is when you go to your Google Classrooms and you see all your classes. Over here on the right here, there's that waffle, they call it a waffle, this little right here, it's Google Apps where all these little dots are. If you click on that, you go down right here and you should find that triangle that says Drive. That's your drive. Now, I don't know if you know much about it, but your drive is where everything is that you've ever done and saved in all your documents, anything you've done in Google Docs, Google Slides, are all right in here. I have a ton of files because I've been teaching forever and I have all this stuff in here. But you're not going to have as much, I guarantee you. But this is where all your stuff is. Now, what I want you to do is to find Google Drawings. So you're going to come right here where it says New. Over here on the left, it says New. You're going to click on that. Then you're going to come down here where More, and then Google Drawings is going to come out. Well, the thing's going to come out right there, and Google Drawings is right there. So you guys see that? So let me do that again. New, down to More, over to Google Drawings. So you're going to click on that. And now you have the Google Drawings. This is the same thing that I showed you before Christmas, how to get to, I mean, it's practically the same thing as when you did the Google Docs and you pulled up the drawings. You said insert drawing and it took you to the other thing. Or if you did it in Google Slides, there's that little section that has all this right here in Google Slides too. But this is its own entity, so you don't have to go through those. That's why I like this. So one of the things, and then you could change the size. So if you're doing something and you don't like this size, then come up here where it says File and come down to Page Setup. And then right here it says Standard. That just means it's 4x3. If you click right here, you can go to Custom, and then you can change it to anything you want. Right now it's 10 by 7.5 inches, which is pretty good for an avatar. I mean, that's fine. So I'm going to just keep it right where it's at. And then you're going to see this. The nice thing about doing that is now you've got the inches on both sides if you want them. But there's my document. Now, I'm going to show you, and I've already showed you some of the tools because it's the same tools as how I showed you last time in the Google Docs when you insert the drawing. The same tools, they're all right here. So you've got all these line tools. Now the tools that you're going to be using the most in doing these drawings is either the curve or the polyline. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple things you can do with this. So like the curve, if you're using the mouse pad on your laptop, if I click, that's where it's going to start. I'm going to click and drag. And then if I click again, that's where a curve will be. Now I could curve it any way I want, right to the left, or how I want to curve it, like this. So see, every time I click is where it's going to curve. And then one of the things you want to make sure you do is you want to end where you started, and as soon as you get close to it, it will automatically go together. So that's kind of convenient. So there's the curve tool. Now what's cool about the curve tool, I'm going to come over here to my selection tool. So now I've selected it. So I can, oops, I'm sorry, that's me on my mouse pad. So I can move that anywhere I want. I can stretch it by pulling on these. But what's really cool about Google Drawing is it is a vector base. It's vector based just like the Gravit was. So that's really cool. That means it's not going to pixelate on you. Like some people were doing some of their projects in other programs on their phone and stuff, which is okay to learn and to do. But the problem with doing it on your phone is the resolution's always going to be really small. So when you go to turn it in and I go to look at it and I enlarge it, it's going to pixelate really bad. Well, in Google Drawing, it's not going to pixelate. So that's cool. So, but I want to, what I was talking about as far as being vector based, if I double click in here, in this, double click on it, now I see these anchor points. You guys see the anchor points? So what's cool is now I could click on those anchor points and I'm sorry, that's from me double clicking. Click on those anchor points and I can pull and change the shape. I could pull and change that shape. So I could pull any of these anchor points. The only thing about it is when we were working in Gravit, we can add an anchor point or delete an anchor point. You can't do that in Google Drawing. You're stuck with whatever you have. So I can't add or subtract points, but I have those points and that's really nice. Now, the other tool that you guys will be using to do these drawings with is the Polyline tool. Now, this tool, the one with the curve tool, is more organic. Remember, the word organic means man-made. The Polyline tool is more geometric. I said that wrong. Organic is nature-made. So if it's organic, it's nature-made. It's like the organs in your body. That's how I remember the organic organs. And the Polyline tool is more geometric. So it's more angular. You're getting angles. Everything's to a point. There's no curve to it. But that could be kind of cool for and it could for mountains or cityscapes, or somebody's going to do a cityscape or landscape with mountains. Now, the same thing, you want to end your shape. So I still want to come up here and it will automatically stick to it. And there you go. So you have that. Now, it too will allow you to select it, to double click on it, and to change those anchor points. See how I'm doing that? I could change those anchor points. So that's really cool. Now, if I want to change the color of this, if I click on it, so I clicked on that one, I could change that color, the color right here, the fill color. If I don't want that to have a stroke, right now it's got that black outline. If I don't want that, I come up here to where it says border color and I say transparent. I don't want a border color. So now I don't have a border color. Maybe I want, let's say this one, I want a big thick border color, something big and thick. So I'm going to leave, well, let's change that color. I want to change that color to that. Now the border, see, I changed the color, the border to that blue. So I could do that, but maybe I want it to be thicker. So right beside here is border weight. Yeah, let's make that real thick. So now I have something like that. You might want something like that. Now, also, if I really wanted to play with those borders, I could, right here, it's giving me some options. I could have dotted lines. I could have little dots, broken lines. Yeah, I could do that. What might be kind of cool with those is if you're doing something like a road or something, what we could do is we could do that, and then maybe on the inside, we can make the inside transparent. And then I have that. So that's kind of cool too. And then, so I have that. I can move that anywhere. Let's see, I want to bring it to the front, change the order. Let's say I want that in front of that red thing. So I'm going to go to Arrange. And I'm going to go to Order, and I'm going to bring it to the front so it's in front. So I can change the order of my objects. So there are some similarities. You can't do as much as you could in Gravit. In Gravit, you can't do as much as you can in Illustrator. So, I mean, each time we're going down a little bit. But the nice thing about the Google Drawing is it's in your drive. It'll automatically save in your drive. It'll always be in your drive. Now, one of the things I want you to do is when you get started on a project, I want you to make sure you come up here where it says Untitled Drawing, and I want you to name it. So I'm getting ready to start an avatar, because that's your assignment, is to do an avatar. So I'm going to call it Avatar. Okay, so now I'm saving it as Avatar. Now, if you had made a folder, see where it says Move? If you had made a folder in your drive called Projects, you could move this directly to that. You could also star it so it might be easier for you to find, but it will always be in your drive and it will always be called Avatar. So you're going to be able to find it a whole lot easier. And I'll explain that to you too a little bit. But the first thing you're going to do in Avatar, which means you've got to have a picture of yourself in here. Now, if you could take a selfie on your cell phone and then put it on your drive, and then you'll have it and you're going to get it. So we could go right here where it says insert image. So if it's on your computer, you go to upload from your computer, and then you're going to find your picture from your computer. And if you don't have a picture, you don't have a picture, I don't know what to do, then you can come right here, back up here where it says insert, and you can come down here where it says camera. And you could take your picture. I've got to allow it on my computer because I haven't allowed it on this one. So then I'm going to go, and I want to make a face. That's my avatar. See, I take a picture. It instantly takes your picture. You insert it. And there it is. I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to make it fit. All right, now, two things I want to do. I want to be able to see what I'm drawing. So one of the things I can do is I could just start drawing over the top of this and then worry about it, or I can take it over here and then bring it over here. I think I'm going to start right here. So watch how I'm going to start. I'm going to start with my face. So I'm going to outline my face. And since it's kind of rounded, it's kind of circular, I'm going to use the curve tool. So I'm going to start somewhere like right here, and I'm going to come up here. And everywhere where I want it to curve, I'm going to click so it'll curve. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to click so it'll curve down here. I might click because I want it to curve this way. I'm not going to do my ear now. I'll do my ear later. I'll add it later. So I'm coming here, and I want it to curve around my, right there. Ooh, I've got a double chin, don't I? Oh, maybe I should have done it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Because remember, we can fix it. We can play with the anchor points and fix it. So I'll fix it. So I'm going to come right there, right there. A curve right there. There's an eye right there. Come up and look at it. It's going to close for me automatically. And there, I don't want that color. I want it to be closer to my color. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm thinking I'm kind of pink. Maybe that's it. That's not bad. That's not bad for my avatar. Now I want to fix it because I'm not satisfied with where that was. So one of the things, because I can't see underneath it, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to take the transparency down because I can't quite see it. So I'm going to go ahead and make it transparent right now. So now I can see the line, and I'll take that line off too once I get started. But now I can look at that line. And remember, I'm going to double click in here. And now I can play with those anchor points. So I'm going to fix this. I don't like the way I really showed. Now, remember, I can't add an anchor point. I can't take away an anchor point. All I can do is move an anchor point. But I'm going to try to do that. So I'm going to adjust that a little bit. I don't look like I have quite a double chin there. I've gained all these points, all these pounds being at home, teaching at home, being in my basement, and not going to school. So I'm not doing any much working out. I've got the COVID 15, although my COVID 15 is more like COVID 50 because I've gained so much weight. Okay, so there's that. So I've got that. Now what I'm going to go ahead and I like that. I could start working on my other things, but I think now what I'm going to do is, now that I've got my head started, I'm going to go ahead and put my coloring there. But now I'm going to click on my picture, and I'm going to take it to the side. I'm going to eventually delete it when I'm done with it. But right now I'm going to put it right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building on it. Now I don't want the outline on this, so I'm going to make sure that I come in here and I make my outline transparent. I don't want it. And the reason I don't want it is because when I put a little neck on there, I might put my neck on there, and then it'll all be in there, but I'll have to put a shadow down here too. So I'll show you how to do that too. I'm probably going to have to do this step by step because it's going to take too long to do. do it real quick. But now let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do my ear. Let's put my ear in there because I want to do my hair. I want my hair over my ear. I'm gonna do my glasses last because the glasses I think I might be able. I don't know. I might be able to pull the glasses off from the internet. So, but first I'm gonna do my ear and I got to zoom in. And of course, when I zoom in, I kind of lose. I have to move everything so I could see my tools. So I'm gonna come up here, get back on that curve tool, and I'm gonna do my ear. And I'll put earrings on my ear too, but I'll do that later. I'm not gonna do that right now. Right now, I'm just gonna make my ear. Uh-oh, I messed up, didn't I? Delete, 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 delete. That didn't work. Can I? Did it? No, it didn't work. Messed up. I messed up. There's also no way, if we're an illustrator, we could do two different lines and then we can combine those lines. It's not working for me here. I hit delete and now I lost my. I want to select this line and delete it because it's not doing what I want it to here. I want to make a shape. I guess I got to zoom in further. All right, come here. The tool. I got to scroll down here. All right, so come here. Here we go. Trying to make an ear. It ended. I don't know why. It may be the pressure I put on my thing, but see, I ended that. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to delete this and try this again. I don't know why that did that. So, you guys get to see me mess up and try to figure this out. Oh, and it did it again. And I don't know. I'm not sure why that was happening unless it's just the pressure I'm putting on my mouse pad. Because I know if I click twice, and I don't want to click twice, but if I click twice, it ends. So I'm thinking maybe that. There we go. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. So I think if I'm making a line, so watch what I'm over here. If I'm trying to make a line and I double click, it ends it. So maybe I did something there when I was making that line. Okay, so I want it to be that same color over here. So there again, I'm going to come down here and let me zoom out so I can see it. Get on that tool. So select it, and remember it's that, was it that color? Yep, that color. And no border. So now I'm going to come over here and put that ear right there. Gotta try to remember or see exactly where I put it. I think it's like right there. Oh, wrong color. That was not the right color. It's more pinky. There we go. There we go. So now there's my ear. Now, since I did them separate and I want them to stay together, I'm going to select both of those and I'm going to come up here where it says arrange. I'm going to come down here to group so that they'll stay together. Now they're one piece. Now let me do my hair. How do I want to do my hair? Okay, so I think I'm going to stick with that one because I like that round. Now, if I was doing a low poly, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of low poly. Have you seen those things on the internet where everything is in triangles? That's called a low poly. And if you wanted to do that, you may. There it ended that ended again, and I didn't want that. So if you want to do a low poly, you can do everything in triangles. It ended. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. I don't know why it's ending. Hopefully your computer won't do that to you. I'm thinking it's my mouse pad. Well, now I'm not doing anything. Get back up on that curve tool. There we go. So I don't want to click with too much pressure. Around here, up here, around. I'm thinking I'm going to take a couple videos because I don't think I can finish this in one time. And I want you guys to see this tomorrow. So, okay, so what color do I want my hair? What do you think? My hair's kind of a brown, isn't it? Maybe, maybe that color? Nah, that's kind of ugly. I don't like that. That's gold. Nah, we'll make it that color. I can always paint some streaks in here too. So, and I don't want I don't want that for my avatar. I don't want to, oops. No, there we go. No, get rid of that. I don't know why it carried over. Let's do this. And delete that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this over here. So then I'm going to come over here and build this. Remember, if I don't like that shape just right, if I don't think I did very good, I can just double click in here and mess with the anchor points. Make that go around that ear better. Take this one to there. Take this one up. Yeah, I kind of like that. So if I want some streaks, then I can just come up here, back up here, and I can do, well, I could probably do some streaks with the curve tool too, or the scribble tool. Let's see. Yeah, scribble, no, let's try. And oh, I gotta figure out my color here. I want that color now. Line, it's a line, so the line color, let's make it, I could do some different colors in here. Yeah. I like that. I'm liking that. And now I'm gonna do some different colors. First I'm gonna get off of it. And now let's get back on there. And that was the scribble tool. See, the color didn't show up until I did this, so I want to change that color. So this is gonna be highlight. So let's do the color, this color. Let's do this. And let's take it over here and see. Oops. That is not what I want to do. But now that I've changed the color, hopefully it'll work. Let's see. No. On that curve tool, scribble tool, scribble, scribble, scribble. But see, I don't want that color. I want this light color. There we go. Now that I've got it going, it works. So I've got some highlights, right? I could have put a gradient on there too. That's okay. All right, what do you think? Yeah, see, I got this hair back here, but I've got this shirt here too. But I could go ahead and do that hair. Let me do that hair. So, here we go. Back to the curved line. Put, I want it to curve right there. And I'm going to put it behind the ear, so I don't care right now if it's not perfect. Because I'm going to take it, put it behind the ear. I do want that color to be that. Is that the color? Is that it? And no, right now, no outline. All right, now come up here to the selection tool, take it over here. And send it behind my ear. And I can change that adjustment once I start doing my shoulders. But right now I want to take it, so I'm going to arrange it, order, send it to the back, so it's behind there. And then I want to put those streaks in there just like I did the top of my head up here. So I'm going to come up here to the scribble line. And I'll make a scribble. I've learned my lesson. I want to make the line first and then change the color. So I did some that were that color. And some that were that lighter color. But it looks like that area is a little bit darker, so maybe I won't go as dark this time. So let me do one more line right here that I'm going to change the color. Change that color to a, make it that color. Yeah, on this tool. There we go. So there's the start of that. Now, let's figure out, I'm going to have to do my teeth. That's going to be hard. The teeth are going to be hard. But that's okay. I'm going to figure this out. You guys are going to figure it out too. So we're going to go along. And as we work on this, we're going to work on this together. I'm going to do some. You're going to do some on yours. I have a line up here. Let me delete that. There we go. So now the eye. So I'm zooming in a lot. But here's my problem. When I zoom in, I lose my tools. So I'm going to have to, but this is nice. As I take the picture up here, it goes underneath my tools because I'm going to zoom in and really look at that eye, try to figure out the shape of that eye. So I'm going to use the curve tool. And I'll come up here, I'm going to click because I want it to curve around. Click it there. Click it there because I'm going to curve there. There's my eye. Now, I think I want it to be white. So I'm going to make it white. I do want an outline. I think I do want the border, but I want it to be really, oh, it is 1 pixel. So it is the smallest. I think I want the outline here. Oops. Stop. I do want it out. Okay. I do want it to be a black outline. So now let me zoom out and see, then I can come over here and take that eye and put it where I think it's going to be. I got to put that other one over here. So there's that. Now what I can do with that eye, let me zoom in. Oh, here's the problem. Now the eyeball is round, so I'm going to go to a shape, and I'm going to do a circle shape. Come back up here because I zoomed in, so I've got to do this. So I've got to move my everything. And I'm going to make a black circle that's going to fit in here. And I want it to be black. So should have zoomed out, I guess. Make the color black. Now I got to zoom in because I got to get it in there just right. So see how it's not. Let me zoom in really a lot. It's hard to see it once I zoom in. Yep, that's as far as it'll let me zoom in. Up here. I don't like the way it's got those little things there. I can't see what I'm looking at. Oh well, that'll work. That'll work. So now the thing is too is I've got all this going on. And I may want to move the eye. I'm going to hold the shift key. So I've selected the round part, and I'm going to select the eye part. Let's see if there we go. So I got the two of those selected right now. So I'm going to come up. Oh, you know what I'm going to do with the eye? You know how your eye, I got an idea. I got an idea. First, I want to make that smaller, make that circle smaller. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that, move that up a little bit. Oops, too much. Just wanted to move it a little bit. I just thought of this as I was looking at it. You know how you have a color around your eye? Maybe your eye is like a brown or a blue or a gray or a hazel. So my eye is kind of a blue. So I'm gonna I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna come up here to the border, and I'm gonna make it a blue, and then I'm gonna make it just a little bit thicker than what it is. So maybe go 3. So now I want you to see what it looks like. Look at that. You guys see what I did? I gave myself a blue eye. So that would be a little black circle, and then I made the border, gave it a border to go around so that I look like I have a blue eye. So now what I want to do is I want to, and I don't want to grab my face. I'm afraid that if I went, yeah, see, I'm going to move the face, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Let me undo this. Undo, because I don't want that. So let me come up here. Let me zoom in. And now I'm gonna click on the eye, and I'm gonna hold the shift key on my keyboard and click on the white here, that eye, just the white. So now they're both selected. So now I'm gonna come up to the arrange and group, and I'm gonna group those. And that way that's together, because as I start working on my face, I may want to move that. So now that all that eye is gonna stay together. So I've got that. So I'm going to end this here now tonight, and I'm going to share this with you on Google Classroom so that you guys can start working on yours tomorrow. And then as I work on more, I will record myself every time I work on a little bit. So stop sharing right now, and I will see you tomorrow.